Hey there. Have you ever just stopped for a moment, looked up, and wondered about the sky above you? It's something we see every single day, but rarely do we pause to think about what's really going on up there. Have you ever looked up and wondered, why is the sky blue? It's one of those questions that seems simple, but the answer is actually pretty fascinating. I mean, we take it for granted every day, but there's some wild science happening right above our heads. The sky is like a giant canvas, painted by the laws of physics and the magic of sunlight. All right, let's get into it. Let's unravel the mystery behind that beautiful blue color. Some folks think the sky is blue because it reflects the ocean. But nope, that's not it. In fact, it's the other way around. The ocean looks blue partly because of the sky, not the other way around. The real answer is something called Rayleigh scattering. It's a scientific term, but don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Sounds fancy, but stick with me. This is where things get really interesting. Sunlight might look white, but it's actually made up of all the colors of the rainbow. If you've ever seen light pass through a prism, you know it splits into reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, indigos, and violets. When this sunlight hits Earth's atmosphere, it slams into tiny air molecules. These molecules are mostly nitrogen and oxygen, and they're way smaller than the wavelength of visible light. These molecules scatter the sunlight in all directions. Imagine sunlight as a stream of tiny particles, bouncing off the air like a pinball machine. But here's the trick. Not all colors get scattered equally. The shorter the wavelength, the more it gets scattered. Blue and violet light, which have shorter wavelengths, get scattered way more than reds and oranges. That's why, when you look up, the sky seems to glow with blue light. Now you might be thinking, wait, why don't I see a violet sky then? Good catch. After all, violet gets scattered even more than blue. Our eyes just aren't as sensitive to violet, and the sun doesn't give off as much of it compared to blue. Plus, some of the violet light gets absorbed by the upper atmosphere before it even reaches us. So, we end up seeing a gorgeous blue sky most days. It's like nature's own special effect happening all the time. What about when the sky turns into this fiery masterpiece at sunset or sunrise? The colors are so different. Reds, oranges, even pinks and purples. That's because the sunlight has to travel a longer path through the atmosphere then. The light is passing through more air, more dust, and more particles. The blue light gets scattered out before it reaches us, so what's left are those stunning reds and oranges. That's why sunsets and sunrises are so dramatic and colorful. They're like nature's grand finale at the start and end of each day. And when the sun is right overhead at noon, the light has less atmosphere to travel through, so the sun looks almost white, and the blue sky just pops. It's the purest blue you'll see all day. But what about other worlds? The color of the sky isn't the same everywhere in the universe. On Mars, for example, the atmosphere is super thin and filled with dust. The dust particles scatter sunlight differently than our air does. Instead of blue, the Martian sky looks butterscotch yellow in the day. But get this, during sunrise and sunset, it actually glows blue around the sun. Wild, right? And on the moon, no atmosphere at all, so the sky is black, day or night. The stars are always out, even when the sun is shining on the surface. Last cool fact. The color of the sea isn't just a mirror of the sky. There's a bit more science at play here too. Water molecules absorb reds and oranges, and they reflect blue light, which is why the deep sea looks blue too. So, both the sky and the sea owe their colors to the way light interacts with molecules, just in different ways. So next time you look up and see that bright blue sky, you'll know there's a whole lot of science and a bit of cosmic magic making that happen. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary things can be extraordinary when you know the story behind them. Thanks for hanging out and getting curious with me. Keep asking questions because the universe is full of surprises. Don't forget to look up. The universe is always showing off. There's always something new to discover right above your head.